Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing that's less about big splashes and more about tying up loose ends. Think of it as the company making sure all the paperwork is in order after a big loan. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below, where sharp minds discuss the ins and outs of companies. We're looking at a filing from W&T Offshore, a company in the oil and gas business, specifically concerning something that happened on July 8, 2025. This isn't about earnings or big news, but about meeting the requirements of an agreement they made earlier in the year. Back in January 2025, W&T Offshore entered into an agreement called an indenture. Think of that as a loan agreement where they promise something in return for getting money. In this case, they promise some of their assets as collateral. Collateral is something of value that a borrower gives to a lender to hold as security for a loan. If the borrower doesn't pay back the loan, the lender can take the collateral. Now, this filing is about W&T Offshore finishing the steps they needed to take after they made that agreement in January. Basically, they had to hand over the keys, or in this case, the paperwork, to show they were serious about using their assets as collateral. What exactly did they hand over? Well, things like signed mortgage documents, information about who owns what, and searches to make sure there aren't any other claims on the properties they're using as collateral. All these documents went to Wilmington Trust, who is described as the collateral trustee. Think of a trustee as a guardian or keeper of important documents, in this case, the collateral. They hold everything to make sure everyone sticks to the deal. So what does this all mean? It means W&T Offshore has completed the necessary steps to secure their loan agreement from earlier in 2025. They've provided all the required documentation to the collateral trustee, ensuring that the lenders have the security they need. There is nothing about financial numbers here. What we see if the company fulfilling the technical requirement after an agreement they signed. Now, let's step back and think about what the company is doing overall. W&T Offshore is in the business of finding and producing oil and natural gas. That means they likely need to borrow money to fund projects. By securing this loan, W&T Offshore gets the financing it needs to explore and produce oil and gas. Also, the fact that they secured this indicates that the counterparty trusts them. Even though most people have moved away from oil and gas and started supporting green energy, they have their place. The successful completion of these post-agreement requirements indicates to the market that W&T Offshore is financially responsible. Alright, that's our breakdown of W&T Offshore's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more conversation and to stay updated. Out TSing for more conversation and to stay updated. OTI, thanks for watching. See you next time.